All right, so we are. Let's see how we're doing. Got a bug on my face here. Okay. So it looks like we have some pretty decently clear skies at this point. For those just tuning in, Milky Way is showing up, nice and bright in the sky there. And I did put a north cardinal direction just to give us an idea of where we're looking in the sky. So south is almost right where the core of the Milky Way is right now, due south. And north is just above the 14-inch dome there. We're expecting to have some consistent clear skies tonight. We'll see that if that holds out. That was also the case for last night, and it eventually clouded up right as the moon was rising, which wasn't the worst thing, because when the moon comes up, that sort of ruins our opportunity to see the meteors, at least the dimmer ones. So again, you probably disregarding the moon, the best time to view is from 2 to 3 a.m. That's peak time for the Perseids. Otherwise, because we have the moon rising in the late evening skies and early morning skies throughout this week, it's best to just try to avoid the moon, and that'll be your better window to see some of the dimmer ones. It's looking pretty good though right now. And I have one other camera currently taking images. It's not one I can link up to the live stream, but it's a 360 camera that we can use to take some long exposure shots and see if we get any Perseids in them. I think yesterday, or rather today, when I went through and processed a time lapse, I was able to look at each frame, and I saw a few. I saw a good bright one. I don't think it was a Perseid though. It was too. It wasn't. You think the Perseids, they have a radiant point from the constellation Perseus, and this was on the other side of the sky, in the south, rather than in the north where we expect them to radiate from, and it wasn't angled in such a way you could draw a line back to Perseus. So this wasn't a Perseid, but it was a bright one, all the same. There are a few meteor showers, some smaller ones, in the southern skies. I think the Aquarids are going on right now. Might be another one too, but usually they're not nearly as exciting as the Perseids. The Perseids tend to deliver some really bright meteors. As far as advice to give for when you're trying to view the Perseids, like I said, one thing, look between 2 and 3 a.m. usually, but if the moon's in your way, which it will be most this week, just find a good time to get away from the moon, and you're basically just looking for any clear dark patch in the sky. You don't have to look directly towards Perseus, which is in the northeastern sky rising, just below Cassiopeia, the W in the sky. You don't have to look towards it. I would just say, look for the clearest, darkest patch in the sky you can find, and that'll be your best chance for seeing some meteors. Again, if any of our viewers are new to the Kopernik YouTube channel, welcome. We do observing streams like this. We try to do one at least once a week, weather depending. And this week, of course, we're celebrating Perseids, but we've been observing planets. We're going to start observing some deep sky objects. And we're continuing to grow our resources as well as far as what we can deliver to you. So if you'd like, I'm sure you see our banner down there, but you can subscribe to the channel and keep updated on our latest observing streams. And we also like to, I don't know why this is flashing. Let me see if I can get rid of this. There we go. We like to inform you about the latest of what's in the sky, so you know where to look and what to look at during a given month. And we have a lot of other activities and programs that we're virtualizing, so you can stay tuned for those too. Most of them will be delivered through YouTube. One of the big ones is we have a ISS communication stream for one of our summer camps. We're going to have the students connect into our ham radio station virtually, and they'll be asking the astronauts aboard the ISS questions, and astronauts will be answering them live. So we're really looking forward to that, and we will stream that later this month. We're still waiting to schedule the actual communication date. Live view is looking pretty decent. And I think we have a cloud layer coming towards us. It looks very similar to what it looked like last night. These wispy clouds flying overhead. And it looked like they were mostly hanging out in the northern sky, but now they're creeping into our field. So we'll see how long that lasts. When you are looking for Perseids, you are looking for quick streaks across the sky. Sometimes they'll be longer. You'll get like a 2 or 3 second and a really bright one shoot across, and it'll flare up and then dim back down. But otherwise, you're looking for some dimmer, quick streaks, quick flashes across the sky. You don't want it to look like a moving star. If it looks like a moving star, just a point of light moving across the sky, that is a satellite. And of course, you don't want it to be blinking, because then you have a plane there. Those are the main objects you'll have moving across the sky: meteors, satellites, and planes. Oh, there we go. I finally updated my chat screen. Oh, we're getting a report from Roy. That's still cloudy in JC. So maybe that's what we're seeing here. Oh, wait. Did we just get something? Oh, you know what we're getting? Wow, that's kind of crazy. What's up there? There was a plane flying over, so that's one of the things. But I think we got 2 satellites crossing over each other. There's one satellite still lingering. Darn, I thought that was something. Yep, Roy. Yeah, that's that we do have the Milky Way showing up pretty nicely. I was surprised how good it looks. I mean, we're taking 5-second exposures, but even still, it's not bad. Yeah, it looks like these clouds are gonna pass over us. Kind of slow moving. It was sort of interesting processing that video today, the time lapse, 360 time lapse, because last night I suspected, based on what we were seeing in our field of view, that we had cloud formation just above us, and that looked to be the case. Is that another? Huh. That might have been one. Let's see if it comes back. That could be either like a tumbling satellite, or that might have been one that we just saw. Yeah? I think we just saw one. Oh, I got a crane fly joining me here. Go away, Buck. It's a sizable one. Might turn down my brightness so I keep the bugs away for a bit. I think that might have been one, though. I didn't see it reappear. I guess it could have been an iridium flare, but let's see, there's another lined object showing up. Yeah, they're disappearing. I think we're getting a couple. Right in the... let's see, that'd be... We have north. Let me look on the Streamlab. Yeah, sort of in the western sky. Is that right? Yeah, like northwestern, really. Might be worth actually labeling those two. Oh, does that treat it like it's the same thing? Why does it do that? That's not what I want. Yeah, we might have snagged a couple. Yes, and also the clouds are quite irritating. They're very similar to what we had last night. These just thin, which is, I mean, on one hand, not the worst, but also we don't want any. Funny thing is, our clear sky chart keeps reporting really nice clear skies, but we're just not seeing that. Let's see, 21, we're still at 9 o'clock, 40% covered. Actually, it might improve as we head into 10 and 11 o'clock. Yeah, it is showing for 9 o'clock, 40% covered skies. So I think we might get some improvement here in the next half hour to an hour. It looks like it's supposed to be really nice between 2 and 3 o'clock, but again, we have that moon. I don't think we're going to have much luck later in this week when we reach peak, which I think it's August 11th to the 12th is technically the peak day for viewing the Perseids. So that'd be Tuesday into Wednesday. Yeah. And I don't think that's going to pan out for us here in the New York area. Tomorrow night maybe, although it looks like the forecast for tomorrow night has gotten worse in the early evening. I guess in the time we're viewing right now, it's gotten worse. So we'll have to see if that gets better on the clear sky chart. I think on Weather Underground it was still looking decent, but we might do another stream depending on how it looks tomorrow. If it's gonna look too iffy, we probably won't. And maybe next weekend we'll see how it looks for one final Perseid stream. Because you can, of course, see the Perseids after the peak, and that might be even better for us because the moon will be closer to new moon at that point. So probably is a better opportunity. Looks like we have about 20 people watching. Welcome everyone to the Perseid stream. I think we did catch one or two in the northwestern sky just a moment ago. We got something in our image. Looks like a satellite. Maybe not. Yeah, I think that was a satellite. Because you gotta think, like, these are 5-second exposures, so if you see something for more than a 5-second exposure, it probably isn't a meteor. I guess in one frame of the image. Every time you see the cloud shift, that's one frame. And if we see an object continue through 2 or 3 frames, that's not a meteor. Because they won't last that long. They could last between 2 frames if one starts at like the 4-second mark towards the end of one frame and then continues through into the next frame. That's possible. But once you get into 3 or 4 frames, then it becomes unlikely. If anyone has any questions that's just tuning in about the Perseids, let us know. Be happy to answer anything. While I'm sitting here, now's a good time because I'll probably jump out in a bit to work on my camera. and see what I can. I'll probably wait for these clouds to fly over though. It's not really worth it at the moment. Hopefully these clouds dissipate sooner rather than later. Haven't gotten to our southern sky yet. That's good. At least we can still see the Milky Way. Just to the right of the Milky Way, you can see Jupiter there. And Saturn. Actually, maybe I can pinpoint those. Bring up a... maybe there isn't a marking device. There is Jupiter. This is a very makeshift way of doing this. I'm just using the letter O on the stream to do this. But there is Jupiter and there is Saturn. Give you some context in the sky here. And the Milky Way goes all the way across. But this is Jupiter and this is Saturn. We got a plane flying right through the center of the image. Kinda just that does help you though see what you're not looking for in these images, at least on our stream. You don't want those blinking lights flying right towards past Vega. You can see those blink, blink, blink. That's not what you want to see. And there's a satellite that just flew right by the plane. Yep, definitely a satellite. We've seen it for 3 frames now, and 4 frames. Flying right through the center of the image. Got a little bug on my computer again. These clouds. Got another satellite. Yeah, that might have been one. Flying right through the Milky Way. It disappeared. I think that was one. Once these clouds clear, I'll probably do some 10-second exposure views. We'll see if we get any more in those. Because on one hand, it's nice to see it updating more regularly, but on the other, it becomes harder to tell what's what. Because you really got to analyze it frame by frame, whereas if we saw it in one 10-second exposure, you could potentially see the flaring up and then the dimming down. So we'll see about doing that. For now, I'll leave it at the live view. Because at least the clouds are interesting to look at, I guess. And if you're just tuning in to our stream, welcome. We're trying to do some Perseid viewing. We have some clouds flying over, but this should clear up in a little bit. They're not thick clouds by any means, just wispy things flying over. You can see just how much sky glow there is from the city area, Vestal Binghamton area, in the northern sky when clouds are flying over. That's all just city lights. Oh. Satellite or meteor? Satellite. To the towards the center of the image again. Lots of satellites. Gee. Oh, there's another line object. Meteor, satellite, plane. Oh, went behind a cloud. Oh, there's something. Is that the same thing? It looks like it's on the same trajectory. Yeah. Yep. Not a meteor. Hard to tell what it is. Can't tell if it's blinking or if it's just a satellite. I think it is just a satellite. I'm not sure if any of the natural sounds are coming over the microphone. Forgot to check that on the previous stream. I think my fan on the laptop might be overtaking a fair bit of it. If someone wants to let me know in the chat if you can hear those. We have some crickets, some frogs, the occasional owl or coyote. If not, like, it'd be interesting to Oh, good. Thanks, Baloo. That is good to know. So that's sort of another aspect of the experience I was hoping to get here is just, obviously it's you're looking on a computer when we're observing, but still, if you're just playing in the background, making sure there's something other than me chatting when I'm not in the view. Nice to have some ambient noise. I don't even know what that bug is. Gee, these clouds are just gonna linger, huh? I think there's that owl again. Maybe. My bag fell again. It was locked down last night, but tonight not so much. Maybe it's a little bit draftier though. There we go. Gave it a lot less slack this time. What was that? That was my flashlight. What happened to our north? There we go. I don't know why it disappeared. It's back now. maybe our window's starting to improve. Just maybe. Seeing more of the Milky Way again. I'll check the cloud layers. Yeah, it's not looking. Looking at the satellite data. Doesn't really seem to be updating. Hang on. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working at all, so not very helpful information there. Forecast hasn't seemed to change, though. Frogs are making quite a lot of noises now. Variety of noises, I should say. Yeah, Baloo, I completely agree with you there. Hopefully, we will be able to get a good window after the peak, and we'll try this again. And just in general, hopefully, we'll. Is that something? No, that might have been one. It's very brief. Yeah, I think we caught. I think we caught another. We're doing way better than last night. we have, at least at this point, more clouds to deal with. So we did just catch one, flying right through the Milky Way. That might have been another too. Another quick flash. We're not doing too bad, considering. I only saw one with my eye last night. That was it. It's so funny though. What we're seeing, like, feels like a little bit like deja vu from last night. And before you know it, we'll still have that sky glow in the northern sky, but then we'll start getting the glow from the moon in the northeastern to eastern sky. Which, if we still have these cloud layers at that point, again, I'll probably end the stream, just because it really will just be completely drowned out. Coyotes, I think, have joined again. There's an accessibility option here where I can. Is my laptop screen? Oh, you know what? I should turn on night shift. That's what I'm missing. Alright, that'll be a little bit better on my eyes. Yes, there's a color. Oh. Accessibility. Display. Color filters. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Color tint. We want to go to a red color tint. Oh, that's way better. Look at that. All right. That way I can, because I'm realizing my eyes haven't adjusted to night sky viewing yet. Now I should be able to look up. Yeah, that's way better. You won't be able to see me very well, unfortunately, but I don't think it's super necessary. Oh, that might be one. Plane or satellite? Or meteor? Satellite. It's in the western sky off to the left. I think it's a satellite. It's a bright one, though. That was the, that's the ISS. Didn't look up any flyovers tonight, so I'm not sure. Nope. Yeah, there's no flyovers tonight. field of view is improving. We'll see if that trend continues. Still just the stuff to the north. So strange. Here's a window, though. I think. Pretty good window approaching. Our clouds are moving from west to east, roughly. Again, as soon as those clouds, if those clouds to the north clear up, I'll switch over to a 10-second exposure shot. There we go. We have about 75% of our sky back. Maybe a little bit over. Much better. Oh, did you see one below? I didn't see it. To the north. Let's see. I can back up my video here and see if I can spot it. Was it just a moment ago? I'm gonna back it up like 30, maybe a minute. Yeah, that looks like I backed it up a minute. Yeah, it's the trouble is it's difficult to narrow down. Why don't I mark when I can get a more frame by frame view of this, especially with my 360 camera, I will be able to pinpoint that one down a little better. So why don't I put that through? My guess is that probably was one though. If you saw it towards the north, yeah. But I'll mark the time down. Let's see, today is the 9th. And we'll say that was about at 10:43 maybe. Was it a pretty bright one? Northwest, okay. Wait, you know what? I think I see it in the let me see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I found it. Look at that. That was a Perseid. Wow. Cool. Hopefully my camera picked up on that. I don't know if the observatory is blocking it. That's a bright one. I was able to scrub through the thumbnail view. Let me take a snapshot of it. And let's see, mark that down. Good work. Good spot there, Blue. Oh, that's a good one. You can really see it flare up, and it ended pretty quick. It looks like it might have even parted a little bit. Just because it seems it's not a very uniform streak. It seems like it might have split. A couple pieces broke up. Those are the coolest ones to see. when you see chunks fly off it, you know it's bigger, some bigger material burning up when you spot that. Good spot, Blue, for sure. Ah, look at that. Much better window. Yeah, as I think about how it was directed too, I'm pretty sure that was definitely a Perseid because uh, you could follow its radiant point back to just below Cassiopeia, and that's where Perseus is right now. So that was a Perseid. We can confirm. Woo. I'll have to see. I'm really curious now. I might just run through the footage tonight for my 360 cam when I get back home. See if we got it. Marked down that it was in the northwest as well. Oops, don't turn that on.